What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we are installing carbon fiber parts on the M2. Alright you guys, so huge shout out to Keys Motorsports Brian for sending out these parts. They look absolutely beautiful. He has been sending me everything for the M2 and I can't wait to show you guys what we have. So I have the front lip and the rear diffuser here. Today I'm going to show you exactly what they look like, how they fit, and install them on the car and show you the finished product. I actually spent an hour last night ceramic coating all of the carbon, so today it would be ready to go and it looks really good. In the description you guys are going to find links to these exact carbon parts as well as the ceramic coating that I used to coat these carbon fiber parts. You guys already know I'm a huge advocate of ceramic coating. I coat all my cars as well as wheels, calipers, brake hats like we did yesterday, and now the carbon fiber as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the carbon fiber parts that we have. Alright you guys, here are the carbon fiber parts. Yes, it's a lot of parts just for the front and back. But let's start with this front lip. I'm really happy with the design. It's very clean and simple. It has these little valences or like air duct areas for air to pass through. I just think it looks so good. I've already mocked this up to the car and it just looks insane, man. Carbon fiber is really nice. Super clean weave. This is all 2x2 weave, by the way. So everything here is already ceramic coated and I let it cure overnight using sea quartz. But yeah, so this is the front lip, and then these guys, let me explain this to you. This is the rear diffuser. It's flipped over right now, so obviously this is where the exhausts will come through. Flip over like that. And then these are the side blades. They're just sick. This whole thing is just super aggressive. Bob agrees. The reason that I really like this 3-piece diffuser is you have options. You can just run it with the centerpiece if you don't want to go too crazy, or you can throw on the side pieces. I'm really stoked about this. I love how it has these little vent cutouts right here. I just think that looks sick. So let's take all of this stuff out to the garage, and I think we're gonna start with the rear diffuser first, and then we'll make our way to the front. The front should be a little bit easier. I think the rear diffusers are always just a little bit more work. So let's go ahead and head out to the garage and start this process. Alright, so we are in the garage with the M2, and we're going to start working on the rear diffuser first. So the way that you take this off, there's a couple of these little plastic rivets that you just pop out along there, and then over on the side, over here, that is going to be an 8mm along with that little plastic rivet. So you get a few of those, you just pop them out, pull out that 8mm. And then when it comes to these side blades, for these, you can really place them however you want, but the idea is to basically have something like this. So I'm gonna put the rear diffuser on first, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna line these up based off of the placement and the fitment of the rear diffuser, and then we can go ahead and put in some pilot holes and decide how we're gonna place it. You can really have this, like, you can run this as aggressive as you want. You come out super far if you wanted to. So we'll go ahead and start with the rear diffuser, and then we'll work on the side blades, then we'll turn the car around and work on that front lip. This should be pretty straightforward. This is what I use to pop out those plastic rivets, and then here are the bolts and nylon nuts that I'm going to use for the front lip. I have a bunch of self-tapping screws, and then we have some 3M here, and my drills and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off the rear diffuser, and we'll go from there. Alright man, I got it off. That thing is a pain in the butt to get off. The way that I did it is, the sides come off pretty easily, but once you get to the center part, this clip, this clip, this clip, and this clip are a nightmare. And you just want to be able to wedge in a trim tool. Obviously not on the paint. You want to go underneath so you're not hitting the paint, but you basically just wedge it in here and go down like that, and then that'll allow you to pull it out. But we got it off. All right, so before we lay on the new diffuser, you're gonna often find that on the stock diffusers, you have these little lips on here, and that's to catch on the actual rear bumper. Well, many carbon fiber parts do not actually come with those lips. They just come with flat pieces like this. So what you're gonna wanna do, over here, you don't have to worry about it too much because this usually fits in just fine, and we have screws down here that are gonna hang it in. But on the edges, to make sure that this actually hangs in, I drilled a little hole there, and then I drilled a little hole in the side of here. And what that allows me to do is after I put the diffuser on, you can put in one of these, and what this will do is actually allow it to stay in the bumper without it coming out. So you're gonna wanna do something like this. Just put 2 little drill holes into each side, and then that should allow the edges to stay in. Everything else will be just fine as long as you're drilling the correct holes underneath for the stock rivets. Yeah, boy. Look at that monster. Dude, look at how sick this diffuser looks. Dude, this diffuser's gnarly. Like, oh, dude, it's so aggressive. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to get my exhaust in and just, dude, it's coming together, you guys. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. This car's just looking so good. This diffuser is nasty. I love it. Let me drill out the holes for the middle, put in the little plastic pieces, and then the diffuser part will be done. Super happy with it. God, that looks so aggressive. So aggressive. All right, so now we're gonna work on these side blade parts. So I put 2 holes in it so far, and I'm gonna pop those screws in right there that you can see. I'm gonna pop those 2 in and see how I feel about it. It's big, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it might be a little too much. So it's nice that we have them so you can run the aggression, but we'll throw in this side, and it might make a little more sense once I have my side skirt extensions. Those haven't arrived yet, but you could imagine with these sticking out, running into side skirt extensions, maybe that would flow. But I don't know. I'm not completely sold on them yet. I don't know. That's more of like a design thing for me. As far as the application, it's fine, it makes sense. You just kind of line them up how you want, pilot in the holes, and then you're just screwing into plastic. So it's pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and put these 2 bolts in, look at it, see what we think, and go from there. I don't love it. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it just doesn't seem to really go that well with the actual bumper. I just don't love it. I think that it looks way cleaner without it. And if I did do like rear splitters, I think I would just prefer them to go with like the contours of the car. So I'm making an exec decision here, and we're gonna omit those. I'm really happy with the diffuser. I just don't absolutely love, some people might dig them. I just don't absolutely love the rear splitters. So we're gonna forego those, stick with the rear diffuser, obviously the wing, and then we're gonna turn the car around and start working on the front lip. All right, so first thing first, I'm gonna take some isopropyl and I'm going to clean up the entire underside of the car so we can make sure any 3M that we do put on here adheres nice and well. And then we will go ahead and mock it up and make sure that everything lines up well. I've already actually done that, so I know it fits well, but we're gonna go ahead and mock it up and kind of figure out where we're gonna be drilling for that in terms of making sure that everything is secure underneath the bumper. My plan is to use a collaboration of a couple of these bolts for reassurance and some nylon nuts, but mostly self-tapping screws and 3M, and we should be good. The bolts, you really don't need to go too crazy. The bolts are just extra security, just to make sure if anything does happen that the lip does not come off. So I'm thinking 2 or 3 of these. We're gonna see how well I can fit my fingers back there without taking off the entire bumper. All right, so I just hit it with some isopropyl, and we're gonna be taking out this guy, a bunch of 8 mils. Once we get it adhered to the actual bumper, then I can start drilling for the actual bolts. Then I'll put the bolts through and sneak my hand back here once all this is dropped and tighten them down. So that'll be good. I think that we're probably just gonna do 3 actual bolts, and then I'll stick to self-tapping screws for everything else. We're gonna start smoking some holes. These guys right here, these bigger ones, that's where the bolts are gonna go. So they're actually kind of already mapped out for you. Everything else here, we're gonna be putting in holes. These all line up, so we're good there. And this is kind of cool, you see these. This is to attach a splitter. So if you wanna run a splitter, you can run a lower splitter. Pretty sick. So yeah, it's time for me to get the drill out. I'm just gonna start smoking these holes. I got quite a few to drill. But the nice part is they all line up with the factory screws. So super convenient. So the reason that I do it like that is so you can stick it on and kind of get it like lined up perfectly, and then you can reach back and pull off the tape and adhere it completely. This is always just a better way to do it. Same thing with spoilers. If you guys saw the spoiler video, I did it the same way. And that just allows you a little more room for flexibility, so you don't just put it on with all of the adhesive right away in case it's not lined up. All right, so as you can see, I'm using the jack to kind of prop it up. Now I just get up and take a look at it. Make sure everything looks clean. Edges look good. Everything is consistent throughout here. And then I'll go ahead and pull this tape if I'm happy with it. This looks good to me. There she is, dude. On the car. Got her lined up nice and good. Looks super, super slick. So the way that I did this, the way that I locked it onto the bumper, like it's not going anywhere, the thing is on there. We have 3M tape. We have 1 on that side, 2 in the middle, 1 on the other side. On this side, we have 3 self-tapping screws and 1 bolt. In the middle, we have 4 self-tapping screws and 2 bolts with nuts. On this side, same deal as that side, 3 self-tapping screws and 1 bolt with a nut. So, man, that thing is on there. It's not going anywhere. It's, yeah. You take that off, you're taking the bumper off. So now, this car's filthy, and we're gonna go wash it. And then I kinda wanna get it like outside so you guys can kinda see everything all together. Let's take the car out and go get a car wash, and then go do some proper photos and video. This is the real test on a super windy day. Is anything gonna fly off? No, we're good, man. Those things are bolted on there so tight. So yeah, not a bad install process. Pretty straightforward. I've done a few lips and diffusers in my day. There's always a little bit of modification. If you guys aren't comfortable working on your car and just, yeah, drilling holes through carbon, it's probably something you should just have a shop do. But like I said, I've done a few of these, so it's pretty comfortable doing it. I'm gonna go wash the car up quick, just do a simple, quick wash, see how the ceramic coating is holding up on the wheels, and then we'll go to a little parking lot and take a look, do a little walk around of the new diffuser and the new lip. See you guys there. Yes, sir. Looking good. Looking real good. Super happy with everything. Fitment, quality. It honestly worked out really well. This entire thing just looks freaking amazing. A little walk around action for you guys. Diffuser. The exhaust looks super funny right now. The stock exhaust looks super silly with like a giant diffuser, but I don't know if I told you guys what I'm doing for the exhaust, but I actually am working with Valvetronic and we're doing a full turbo back open exhaust system into a valved muffler. As you guys know, I run Valvetronic on the M3 and it's just the way to go, man. Once you go valved with an exhaust system, you don't go back. Valvetronic makes absolutely sick exhaust systems. So it's just gonna be turbo all the way back. It's gonna be open all the way through. Basically downpipe all the way back to the valve muffler. It's gonna be super sick. I'm excited for it. But yeah, man, tell me what you guys think. Thing is looking nasty, nasty. I got Keys Motorsports sending me my side skirt extensions, and then I decided to go with a different suspension setup because the other one was taking a little bit too long. So we ended up ordering KWs. I'm doing the KW HAS kit, which is the height adjustable spring kit. It's basically an adjustable spring setup that goes on your stock shocks. And I ordered those through Brian. They come in on Monday and then we install them on Thursday. So you guys will finally see this monster truck lowered next week, and it's about time because this fitment's killing me. Someone's spying on me with a drone. I can't believe he's flying a drone in this wind. That's impressive. So one thing that I did want to talk to you guys about is the brakes. The ceramic coating of the wheels and brakes is amazing. I'm telling you, these stay so clean now. So that whole DIY tutorial that I did on the brakes and the wheels turned out to be really, really good. But yeah, all of this is working out really well. I'm super happy with everything so far. Tell me what you guys think. Lip, diffuser. I'm glad that we didn't run the rear splitters. They just didn't really work out. They didn't really fit well with the vibe I was going for. I'm really, really happy with this setup right now. And I think it looks super sick, man. I'm just really excited to dive in more and more to this M2. It's just been such a fun build so far. And we have so much on deck, so much on deck. So I also figured out what wheels I'm doing. You guys will see the wheels soon. I'm also gonna go ahead and apply some of that ceramic coating to the carbon fiber mirror caps. I haven't ceramic coated those yet. So I'll make a little video for you guys on that. It's real simple. But the ceramic coating worked super well on the lip and the diffuser. I could tell when I was washing the car, everything is super hydrophobic. The water just literally beads right off. It's really, really nice having everything ceramic coated on this car. And if you guys are looking for any of these parts, they're gonna be linked down below for you guys. But yeah, the install is very straightforward. Like you guys saw, it's just adhesive and using some self-tapping screws as well as the bolts, and you're good to go. Just make sure that you put the bolts in because there's a lot of downforce that comes onto this lip and you want to make sure that you don't lose it, so use bolts. Trust me, you want them. You want the bolts and the nylon washers on there. It's a smart move. Diffuser is super sick, dude. I love the diffuser. It's so aggressive with like the 3 fangs down the middle. And I think it really pairs up well with that PSM trunk lip. All right, so the sun is going down. I gotta quick take some photos for Instagram and Brian over at Keys Motorsports. Again, Brian over at Keys, thank you so much. Like I said before, if you guys want any of the stuff that we did here today in the video, it's gonna be linked down in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please do subscribe, comment down below, like this video, hit that bell notification just like that. This video is over, and we're out. Peace.